Yo, welcome back to another trading video. Today we are going to be trading FOMC. We're going to be doing practice for FOMC, which is going to be happening tomorrow. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. All right. So what we're going to be doing is we need to find, here, I'll switch over to this channel. What we need to do is we need to find where FOMC happens, and it always happens on a Wednesday. So we're just going to go back Wednesday after Wednesday until we find an FOMC like this, okay? So we'll go to the 17th of December 2024. Yeah, I'll skip for the all right, so we are here. Sorry, let me go back. We are here. We are on this is Wednesday the 18th. As you can see, we had FOMC here at 1. Okay. So what happens is I have my notes here. At 1 o'clock, there's going to be some early fake outs. Okay. Early fake outs. 2 p.m. is the release of FOMC minutes, which is this even a valid FOMC? Hold on, I'm gonna funds statement. Funds, yeah, I think this is correct. Actually, I'm positive it's correct. Is EST though. We made a mistake. We made a mistake. Hold on. All right. So it did happen. Wait, hold on. We're at 1 a.m. We're at 2 a.m. Okay, so we completely missed it. Okay, hold on. Hold on a second. So it would have happened. What the heck? Oh, this is Tuesday. Oh, wait, we haven't reached it yet. I'm such an idiot. Sorry. I'm an idiot. 1 a.m. I got it now. Let me skip way far ahead into the future. All right, here we go. This is 2 p.m. So at 1 p.m., which is 1 p.m. is right here. 1 p.m. is right here. Right there. And we don't get much until this is on the 5-minute chart, by the way. I think you want to be on the 30-minute chart. So at 2:30, let's see what that is. My phone's inverted, sorry. There we go. At yeah, 2 p.m. is the massive volatility spike. Then it should. Oh, delete that. All right, all right, all right. If I had to guess, it's gonna stop at this area right there. It's gonna push back up. I was wrong. This is 3 o'clock. This is 3 o'clock right now. Wow. Okay. What I was told was once the initial move is you want to trade onto the retrace. So like right there would be a good short. All right. All right. So I think the trade of the day that day would be how many points is this? 70 points. Very high volatility. Wow. Okay. I don't really know if there is a trade there that is safe to take. How many points is this? Crazy. Is there a 1 minute retrace, 1 minute inversion right here? That might be safer to take. Yeah, we come up and then we invert to the downside potentially. If we did this trade right there, I mean, it's just so risky because it's such high volatility. All right. All right. There's no really valid trade there for me personally. No valid trade there. Going to the next day, which we will find together. Let's go in the future. FOMC right here. March 19th. It's always on Wednesdays at lunch. March 19th. Be right back. All right. We are back. This is March 19th at 9 a.m. We're going to fast forward until we get to 1 p.m. Okay. 1 p.m. Here we go. We do see, we didn't have this in the last testing, was this volume node, low volume node. Let's see how it reacts to either of these volume nodes. And we have, if we go to the 5 minute, we have a 5 minute gap right there and an inverse right there. It's already been respected though. We have a big low volume node right here. I want to see how this reacts. Okay. 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 Now, I was told you go on the 30 minute. Okay. And you don't trade until 2:30-ish. All right. All right. This is excellent. I think this would be a perfect long position right here, right at that wick. If we can get a 1 minute entry off of this right there. Okay, there's our entry. We would long. Dang, a big stop loss. And we just target this high. Well, that didn't work at all. That didn't work at all. They go up 50 points. Is that a unfilled 5 minute gap? It is. We could have just targeted the top of the 5 minute invert, the 5 minute gap, but usually just keeps running. Hold on, I'll be right back. All right, we are back. You can look here at what we're following. And hopefully y'all can see that. It looks really blurry on my screen. On the recording. Hopefully y'all can see that. Anyway, let me explain to you the video what we're doing. Oh, here's a runner trade that I got going. This is paper trading, but I have TP all the way at the top at all-time highs. We might hit it, we might not. I'm just seeing if it will. Yep, we'll see how that goes. But yeah. So let me explain to you what we're doing. At 1 p.m. is when the news is originally released, okay? But we're not trading that news, okay? We're going to wait until after 2:30. It will retrace, okay? It'll retrace, and then we're going to mark the low and the high, because price likes to use that as a support or a resistance. And but we're also just going to take the continuation trade in the same direction that price was moving before the retrace. I hope that I explained that correctly, and I hope that is correct. So let's reanalyze this. Let's reanalyze this. Okay, we're going to come back over here. We're going to reanalyze this. So from 2 to 3, we're going to mark from 2 to 3. All right, here we go. So we got 2. Here's the low. And we got 3. Here's the high. Okay. The initial move at 1 was bearish. Okay, and then we had a big push up. 2:30. Here is the retracement. Or here's the retracement. So we should take continuation longs, right? And we're at this right here. So we should be able to take continuation longs, no? This is at 4 a.m. But man, did that reject off of that. You see that? That rejected hard off of that low that we marked. What am I trying to get this? This is like 300 points though. 50. Not even bad. Not even bad. Okay. So this would work though. This pumped. After this, we pumped an additional 150 points. $150 points. Also, this is crazy right there. That is absolutely crazy. Okay, so we need this pullback. Pullback. Yeah, I think this is the play. Pullback, target, unfilled 5-minute gap. Okay, so we got pullback right here, right at this support level. Then we would just take the long from the support level with a 30-point stop, right? That's what we usually go for. Up to the unfilled 5-minute gap. Right? I think that's the plan. That is going to be the plan. For hold on. That's gonna be the plan for this thing. Okay, next day. Next day, if we go over here, we're gonna go in the future. FOMC. The 7th of May, 2025. Delete. Okay, I'll pause it. I'll come back. Here we are. We're back. We're back. 1 p.m. News about to drop. We don't trade this. Let's see what happens though. News was bearish. It was bearish. 2 p.m. We don't trade this either. Okay? We don't trade this either. I need to get rid of that. All the lines. Okay. We do not trade this. Boom. 2:30. This is when Powell is about to come out. Okay, we don't trade this. No, we don't trade this either. Wait. Powell is now speaking. And so here's Powell coming in, right? Right. This is the Powell effect. 3 o'clock. So now we can mark. This is the 2 o'clock low. This is the and here's the high. Here's the high. All right. There's the high. Okay, so what do we see? We see we went down, pushed back up, and we had a pullback back downwards. We pulled back downwards. Yes, this is correct. This is correct. When you see the initial push down, and we see it pull back up. That is correct. And I'm guessing we're just looking for something to trade off of. I think so, because then this should run the low, right? This is the pullback, and we finally tapped into something. And so now we should, usually we would target the unfilled 5-minute gap, which would be right there, 100 points, or this will run the low, right? Negative, we continue higher. We end up continuing higher. Now, what's this initial push? Yeah, you see this? This initial push past here. Here's that initial push, and we pull back down into here. How big is this? How big is this wick? How big is this wick? 65 points. Ooh. Guess you can just assume that it's gonna want to fill in the fair value gap. And then I guess you would take a long. I would target right there personally. Time is at 12:06. We got time. I need to put this back on. All right. All right. It's making sense. It's making sense slowly. It's making sense. Next day is going to be the 18th of June. The 18th of June. 18th of June. Go back. Delete this session and make a new one. Don't even think I need to turn off the video. Thinking it was pretty quick. Pretty quick. All right, look at the time in the bottom right. We're just looking for that. We go 1, 2, 3, and we're back at 1. Okay. 1 p.m. Let's see what is going to be. I assume it's going to be bullish. Good thing I'm not in charge of trading that. 1 o'clock. It's all the fake outs. It's all the fake outs. We don't want to do any of this. 2:30. My boy Jerome. Super duper bearish. This stuff don't make no sense. We're just gonna do the marking out of the high and the low, and that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna trade based off of the high and the low just to be safe on this one, because I don't. Oh my gosh! Wow. Wow. Would this be considered the pullback, and then you continue lower? I don't know, but we would need to mark out 2. This is the high. This is the low. Right there. Let's see if we get a breakout. 7 p.m. No breakout. Here's our breakout at 9 p.m. Let's see if we get a short position off of this 5-minute gap right here. I don't know if it barely touched it. 30 points. Maybe just target this bottom right here. Okay. Wow. So it did end up hitting. It did end up hitting TP. It hit TP at 4 a.m. though. Like, come on now. 4 a.m.? It's a little ridiculous, no? Also, tomorrow, it's going to be super choppy in the morning. I know that. If you want to get a trade in, it's like first 30 minutes of market open. Otherwise, it's just going to be chop all day long until FOMC comes out. What we're going to do is we're going to look for a 1-minute entry, I think. Let's see this 1-minute entry. 3-minute. Man, this thing is so unpredictable. All right. Let's run this next day. July 30th. July 30th. July 30th. How many hours do I have? 16 hours? Bro, I did 18.99 hours. Fully I would have back tested for like 1 more minute. I would have hit my 19 hours. You don't even see that. I wasn't even on it, but July 30th. July 30th. Today, create session. Boom, 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 boom. Nice. 1 hour. 1, 2, 3. 1 o'clock. Just like that. Let's analyze. Look at the chop. Look at that. You got Market open is look at that. That's disgusting. Market open is right here. Look, we got first. Oh, market open is right here. Then we have a big push down. Then look, we chop all day. Wait. Man, this is the 29th. My fault. This is market open. Right there. Yeah, we just chop. We just chop. We just chop. Here we go. 30 minutes. See a low volume node. See an inverse 30-minute gap right here. I just realized. No, I don't know. We're coming up. Are we going to reject off of this 30-minute inverse right here and this low volume node? Let's find out. Wow. I think that is a yes. We are, in fact, going to reject off of it. Now, wow. Okay. So, what is that? What does that mean? Oh no, bro. I don't know what it means. Bro, I'm trying to figure that out. All right, here's that retrace for Jerome. Right there. And I think that's when you'd want to take the short right here. It's just at a key level. It almost touched the equilibrium. Horses in the stable. Okay. Anyway, let's continue this other strategy. Boom, look at that. Big push up. This is obviously going to be the high from 2 to 3. It's obvious going to be the low. All right, this is fantastic. We got a push upwards above here. Now, we want to see a retrace back down. Ideally. All right. So we didn't get that retrace, but I still want to see if we come back down and hit it. Almost. Okay, let's see. Looks like no, we did not even react off of it. No reaction. All right. Really what you want to do is that initial move. You just want to find somewhere where you think it might react and then just do the opposite of it. That's what I'm getting from this. What time is it? 12:19. We'll do one more day. One more day and we'll be done for today. Which means the next day that we are going to be doing is August 20th. We're going to skip that day. That looks a little sketch. This is more realistic. 17th of September, 2025. The 17th of December, 2025, of September. Look at that speed. Look at that speed. Mouse is already up here, ready to go. This skips the 4 hour. Bang, bang, bang. Perfect. 1 hour. 1, 2, 3. Boom. We're at 1 p.m. already. All right, so we'll go to that 30-minute. Let's see. Let's see what we can react off of. Don't see any 15 minutes. I see this 15-minute down here that we could be reacting off of, potentially. Looks like a good spot to react. Let's go to this 30-minute chart. Same thing, 30 minutes down here. 30-minute up here. Let's do it. Okay, so it looks like we're bullish. We're looking for something to react off of. Ooh, this looks really good right here. This 5-minute gap, which happens to line up with this and this low volume node. And let's see if we do this. It's kind of close. Ooh, okay, so we did not get a rejection off of that. So it's not tradable. What the heck, bro? That's absurd. Oh, y'all can't even see it. Y'all can't even see it. Hold on, I'm so sorry. This 5-minute gap had no reaction. Okay. But I guess I just need to abandon everything that I think. Wow. Because we came up all the way. Came up all the way to this 5-minute. And then we perfectly rejected off of that, okay? And then we instantly dumped. It's going to be a big push up here. Boom. We just fill this in. This is where we would do the short. Short it down to, let's say there. Bang. Bang, bang, bang. Very predictable. Then do we just continue going short? Not really. We came back up. Why did we come back up? Why did we come back up? Took out some liquidity. Took out some liquidity. All right, so I like this initial push, if I'm being honest. like this initial push, find something to trade off of strategy. And if we just go like 5 minis, if we go 5 minis and we target like a 5-minute unfilled gap. So if we went 5-minute here and we went from there and we did a little short off the equilibrium right there, maybe stop at that high. That's only 25 points. Target this unfilled gap. What's 10 times 84? Wait, it's 840. I'm an idiot. $840. Risking 200. 4x. That's 25 points, so 250. Yeah, I don't think the volume thing works at all with the FOMC. Didn't really respect this at all. Mainly just like you want to fade the position, basically, is what I'm picking up. Is fade the position. All right. One more, because I'm having fun. One more, because I'm having fun. Next session is going to be in October. And looks like it's going to be October 29th, right before Halloween on the 31st. So it's not right before, but it's close. So October 29th, 2025. October 2005, October 29th. Create that session. Okay. And you're, whoa. We had all-time highs. All-time highs is kind of a no-go. We'll see what happens. This will be interesting. This will be definitely interesting. Because this isn't super realistic because we're not all at all-time highs right now for tomorrow. We might actually, if this trade, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Yo, this trade is hitting. I think this was all-time highs. Take a photo of that. What the heck? What happened at midnight? That is crazy. Wonder if we'll hit that. Anyway, knowing this insane trade that I just hit on paper trading, but only if it was real though. If it was real, would have been crazier. But it's fake, so it don't matter. This will matter because it will be real when we do trade it. Crap, I went too far. Now we're at 2 p.m., which is fine. Let's see. What can we react off of right here? So we got... Okay, that's all we've done so far. That's all we've done. All right, so I see a lot of low volume nodes. We can really only take a trade if it goes down first, because then we can fade it going up. That might be challenging. We do have this right there. It's not really that enticing. We have this and we have this. Now I'm interested to see if this will hit. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. We got this 30-minute. We got, I think this 30-minute looks the best, like the best option. All right. So it looks like we did nothing. Really, we did nothing. I mean, the initial position is we're going down, right? Let's say that we came down, we touched this equilibrium right here. Okay. We're going to target this unfilled gap with a 30-point stop. Yeah, that didn't work at all. That didn't work at all. That was a very large no-go. Here's that volatility that we're looking for. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. There's that retracement. So now we want to take a continuation lower is what I would presume. So we're consolidating here. I'm just going to go ahead and take a short right off of this down to an unfilled 5-minute gap, which would just be right there. Okay. Okay. That worked. It was after 2:30. We saw the big move down and we got a retracement up. We saw some resistance. And then we banged that trade. And let's see what it looked like on the 1 minute. It went straight to TP. Kinda went straight to TP. Okay, that's what we need to do. We need to look for the obvious. If it's doing weird stuff like this, we don't want. And it wasn't really a clear area over here where we should long from. Okay. So we took the retracement back up. Retracement back up. And we shorted that. Let's see if this other method works. We're going to delete everything we got. And we're going to do the low and the high from 2 to 3. There's a low. There's the high. All right. We have not broken out yet. All right. We did break out right here. I mean, not really. This is a terrible breakout. I would consider that a breakout. I mean, are we really counting that as a breakout? Oh my. I really don't know how to judge this thing. Oh, look at that. We just hit TP on this. We just hit TP. Crazy. We're all-time highs now. Almost. You know, I'm gonna flex this paper trade on Discord, even though it's a paper trade. I'm still proud of it. Yeah, that's all we're gonna really backtest for today. I mean, kind of, I kind of understand it. Not really. I'll go low risk probably, unless it's an obvious thing. Other than that, I think that's gonna be all for this video. Hope you learned something. Peace.